train, feel like it's chopping your lungs. Smoking another lead to the head, feeling like Danny Phantom. Got a medicine jar in my car full of zany samples. Running with the fashions with my rashes getting low. Get down on the floor, blood races like I'm whipping blow. Shit show for show. I don't know what, just release and go. Can't hear what you're saying, this sweet too loud and you're speaking low. Johnny smoking haze in a blaze, I got heat to throw. Then I'm let the heater flow and sing it to the heat below. Think it's a game, I beat the day before you let him go. Think I'm insane, but from the start I never had control.
Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale of the moonlight? Have you ever laid with a demon with the flames by your bedside? Smoking the air, sipping on spirits, get the mood right, get the crew hype, middle fingers to the blue lights, dancing on your grave while I gaze into the moonlight.
Rolling through the city, heart is empty, but I'm feeling frisky, knowing I can make it even though these niggas want it in me. Got some rolling papers and some bitches, yeah, we getting litty, feeling out of place. Fuck it, I got my niggas with me. We on a long road, smoking trees and bagging hoes. Love is faded, I'm jaded, consequences are never told. Running out of characters, the real me is getting old. Facing the facade, 50 shades, and I fall below. I'm on some new shit, underworld a new bitch. Your loose lips tangle you up, I guess this news fits. I do this, spitting some fire in there. Doom hits the sun god, bringing some light. Now watch your mood switch. Hieroglyphs writing scripts. Now my stay but conquering, conjuring some spirits in the valleys where they die and quit. Just a gladiator on a righteous tip, still sharp and steel, but I'm colder than the Arctic gets.
Yeah. What's up? What's up, everybody? Just in case y'all don't know by now, that is my self-proclaimed intro to the I.O.W. Sports Late Night Owl Edition. That's my guy right there, Silent Hill, with his homie Jay Leo. Pale Mood Devil Dance is the song. It's scrolling right on the bottom of the screen right now. You dig? Go over to the YouTube page. Check them boys out. They doing good things. Holding it down for underground hip-hop in North Carolina. My man 40 putting on for the Queen City, Charlotte 704. What's up? Anyway, just in case you don't know who I am that guy, Wildcard Martin, aka Modelo Martin. Yeah, that shit good. Anyway, grab your drinks, grab your popcorn. We're gonna talk some sports. Let's get the house cleaning out of the way. Go over to www.iof119.com as we get all the information on what we got going on with the I.O.W. Sports Network, like this show, our daily episodes that we stream live on Mondays and Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The I.O.W. podcast drops an episode right now in the mix of Black History Month, so they're dropping an episode every day, but normally every Friday drop one. R-Bop, our man Philip Riddick, Daddy Cooks as well. What else we got going on? L. Jeffrey Moore, LJ Presents. I mean, we got stuff coming out the wazoo. Dang, little Modelo put a little gold flake on my lip. Got me looking like I just stepped out of Club Onyx and let the titty pie. Anyway, y'all don't mind me. Like I said, we're gonna talk some sports. So let's get to it. Who we got? Hey, Man Down Podcast. Shout out to the Man Down Podcast. That's probably Melvin. You always got control of the social media. Shoot. Hey man, shout out to the Man Down Podcast Network. I'm talking about the whole joint they got. We at the I.O.W. Network did many collabs with them, so we always appreciate what y'all doing. It's all love. Anyway, so we're gonna start with Deshaun Watson. So still met with David Culley, the head coach, and shit ain't changing. Deshaun said, "I don't give a damn if you was Buddha, Allah, Malcolm X, that damn Martin Luther King, to Jesus, God himself." He said, "I want out of Houston. Now I'm gonna play a clip, and is somewhat still Deshaun Watson related, but I'm trying to put a little, little story on where I'm getting at. So I'm trying to paint the picture. So just rock with your boy. Take a listen to this clip. You feel me? And we just gonna kind of, I want you to just follow where I'm going with this.
And then David Culley, Steve, are you talking about a 20-year-old grudge with him where you made the Pro Bowl as a rookie?
No, I'm not. I'm just giving context.
And this is Steve Smith.
Why? I'm just giving context of it's not a grudge. It's one of the things is when I look at if Rich, you've been doing this for a long time.
I have.
If you weren't very good in it, you wouldn't be doing it this long.
Facts.
So if all of a sudden you're an analyst and you've never hosted, and then you go out there and host, and then you stumble over yourself, that would kind of say you're probably not a good host.
So what happened in 2001? You made it as a kick returner, right? As a rookie, you're a rookie,
yes.
right? And
yes.
And you tell the story. Go ahead.
So here's what happened. So I was a rookie. I think this is the year that the Rams lost to Tom Brady and New England Patriots.
Yes, sir.
They didn't come to the Pro Bowl. That's when the Pro Bowl was in Hawaii. And after the Super Bowl,
back in the golden days.
So John Harbaugh said, "Hey, they're down a wide receiver. Go over there." It was you know how to catch punts. Mm-hmm. The punter Todd Sallenbrook was not always punctual with time, so he said, "Go over there. They need a body. Go run. I know Jermaine Lewis will be running some plays for the AFC, so go ahead. Go over there." Culley says, "Hey, we're about to meet, so go ahead and go with back with the special teams." I said, "Well, the special teams coach Harbaugh told me to come over here. Well, these are wide receivers." That's what he said. And I walked back over there, and he told me, he goes, "Oh." And so after that, it just kind of tells me. So the reason I say that is, to this day, Coach Culley will say, like you said, you still holding that grudge. It's not holding a grudge. It's the fact I was a Pro Bowler. I was also, you were down a wide receiver. And the fact of the matter is you scooted me along because you didn't believe I was a real wide receiver.
Mm. The disrespect.
So that tells me your eye for athleticism and talent is as good as Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder's eyes.
Steve ain't had to clown that man.
You know I could do this all day.
and we would like you to.
But he has to go.
Steve Smith, one of my favorite NFL players of all time. I love what he do. I respect the man because he was like a mighty mouse. He was small in stature, but man, boy, he throw them paws. So it was a pleasure watching his career when I was living in Charlotte for the whole time. But I brought that clip up and I wanted to read off some stats for you. So of course, David Culley, the new head coach for the Houston Texans. So just kind of put everything in the context. So David Culley was an assistant head coach and wide receiver coach for the Kansas City Chiefs from 2013 to 2016. His next job was the Buffalo Bills quarterback coach, 2017 to 2018. His latest job before getting the head coaching job with the Houston Texans, he was a Ravens assistant head coach, wide receiver coach, and passing game coordinator. Now, I played that clip. I gave you that background of David Culley. And this is what I'm getting at. So he's been coaching offense for at least the last 9 years. I say that to say this because, him coaching offense. So 2013 to 2016 when he was with the Kansas City Chiefs, They were 2013 ranked 21st in total offense, 24th ranked in passing offense. Next year, 2014, 25 ranked in total offense, 29th ranked in passing offense. 2015 with the Kansas City Chiefs, 27th ranked in total offense, 30th ranked in passing offense. 2016 with the Kansas City Chiefs, 20th ranked in total offense, 19th ranked in passing. 2017 was with Buffalo, 29th ranked in total offense, 31st ranked in passing offense. 2018 with the Buffalo Bills, 30th ranked in total offense, 31st ranked in passing offense. 2019 with the Baltimore Ravens. Something positive. Second ranked in total offense. Maybe it's a facade because he's 27th ranked in passing offense. 2020 with the Ravens, 19th ranked total offense, 32nd in passing offense. So I played the clip. I gave you his coaching history for at least the last 7 to 9 years, and I gave you offensive ranks where he was coaching on. Now I'm saying not all that is his fault, but you are offensive coach and you've been a quarterback coach and wide receiver coach, and your latest was passing game coordinator. So the highest he's ever been a part of coaching and ranking a passing game was in 2016. 19th was the highest. And then dead last is his lowest. So 19th. What I'm saying is, if nobody caught the drift already, how the hell you expect Deshaun Watson to really want to stay when you just hired someone that ain't proved that they can create offense? Am I missing something? David Culley resume really don't look too hot. It makes sense why he wants to get the hell up out of there. But, he wanted that decision made before David Culley got hired. And now that David Culley did get hired, he still ain't trying to mess with it. What is Houston doing down there? Of course, the reports are saying, he was told he was going to have a hand in this, hand in that, and then all of a sudden didn't turn out the bad. Maybe if it's true or not, the reports are saying it's true. Deshaun feels betrayed. I mean, you had their president resign who was with the franchise for 20 years. His coach said, this just ain't the same place. What's going on? It's a lot more than what's being led on. But I brought all that up because what exactly is Houston doing to make Deshaun want to stay? They're not doing a damn thing to make him stay. But why hold him ransom? Because, when those reports came out today that he met with David Culley, had the conversation and said, I still want out. Why keep him? He said he's willing to sit out. He don't want to play. I don't want to be in a Texans uniform ever again. Why keep him? Like Deshaun is 25, 26 years old. You can get so much value for him. So much value for Deshaun. Is it going to be a lot to give up to get Deshaun? Oh yeah. But this team that can do it. Oh, we'll see. When you got a guy that said, I'm willing to sit out, that means something. But he's not the only disgruntled. I don't want to say disgruntled, but quarterback that's kind of really not liking his current situation. I'll put it that way. So not only is Deshaun Watson a little bit unhappy, but we got Sierra's man, Russell Wilson, might not be too happy too. So we're going to play a quick excerpt. This is Mark Schlereth talking with Colin Cowherd, and we'll play this clip.
Draft.
And
so Russell Wilson's story in The Athletic today, he watched the Super Bowl with Brady. He sat in a box with his wife next to Roger Goodell and seethed. And when he went back to Seattle, he went to Pete Carroll and said, can you guys give me a heads up on the offensive line? What are we doing? Where are we going? He's been sacked 400 times in 9 years, and Seattle largely dismissed him. During the season, a game against Arizona on Thursday, he went in with some ideas. The coaches largely dismissed him. How much say should a quarterback have? How much did Elway have? How much say should a quarterback have, Mark?
Well, I think you definitely, I mean, Russell Wilson's one of the hardest working guys in football.
Facts.
I think one thing that you have to be really aware of is, yeah, he's been hit a lot. Yeah, he brings a lot of those on himself. Yeah, he makes a lot of plays when he pulls the ball down and starts scrambling around and plays a little schoolyard, but he also puts himself in harm's way.
Fair enough.
So I would ask, of those sacks, how many are you directly responsible for? Because you didn't take the first option. You decided to hold on to the ball and you decided to make a play. That's a double-edged sword for Russell Wilson because he does that quite often. So I understand the frustration. Part of being able to protect your quarterback is not better offensive linemen. It's a better scheme and it's play calling. And how does that affect you? Like, how do you run the ball? How do you mitigate? One of the things that was really impressed upon me, and this was from Sean Payton, how do you mitigate if you're going to drop back 35 times, which is an average Sunday for any quarterback? You're under mental duress 35 times. How, as a coaching staff, do I mitigate those 35 dropbacks and give you 10 or 12 easy answers right off the bat? How many times do I set up play action? How many times do I have a difference between play action and run action? How many times can I take those 35 reps and at the end of the day only have my offensive line really responsible to block without some type of deception 12 times? Because then I can last forever. Then I eliminate those sacks. But everybody just looks at the O-line and says, well, the O-line is crappy. They give up a bunch of sacks. I normally look at, like for instance, go back to the Super Bowl. Like, was that a really bad offensive line or was that a really bad game plan? When you go 92% of the time, you go on 5 out. So you're in 5-0 protection with 3 backups. That's coaching.
Yeah.
That's not a crappy offensive line. Like, what do you expect backup players to do? And if you don't protect them, if you don't call a play, and if you don't call an offense to mitigate some of the potential disasters, well, that's on you as a coaching staff.
Andy
so
Reid,
that to me is what you have to parse out. How much is on Russell? How much is on the coaching staff? How much is on the system? And how can we mitigate those hits on Russell Wilson? And that's what they have to do to solve the issue and to, for those guys to come together. That's what needs to be talked about.
So finally, J.J. Watt.
Kind of got a point, Mark Slayer. He brings up a valid point. Russell Wilson can sometimes get his little butt into trouble, but maybe Pete Carroll is to blame for some of this. Maybe all this chatter is just literally just Russell just trying to get some attention to get people to really, really pay attention to him. But still, it's kind of weird to me when someone says, and this is from Adam Schefter, says he wants to play in Seattle, but I ain't never heard nothing good that comes after a but. So says he wants to play in Seattle, but if a trade were considered, the only teams he will go to are Cowboys, Saints, Raiders, and Bears. Wow. That's a very distinct list that Russell has there. I'll say this, just to add a little caveat. I know I'm feeling real French caveats. Russell, like Deshaun Watson, has a no trade clause. So they do have a little, some leverage in both situations. It's been also reported that, Seattle Seahawks have received calls. And of course you will. Anytime there's drama in the media, franchises that think they can upgrade their quarterback position, you better call them. Now, would the Seahawks move Russell Wilson? I mean, of course, at the jump of the gun, it's easy to say it'd be stupid to move on from him, but consider this. And I'm just saying, consider this. Me personally, no, I'm not trading Russell Wilson. I mean, you talking about literally a person that can be in the MVP candidate talks every year, gets his team to the playoffs on a consistent basis, but is similar to Aaron Rodgers. Are these two great quarterbacks that won a Super Bowl, always in MVP conversations, always team is in the playoffs, but they're not, consistently getting back to Super Bowls or winning Super Bowls? Are they both in that almost same boat, that you're still great, but you're not building great teams? I don't know what would be the purpose of trading Russell Wilson right now. Me personally, I wouldn't do it. I mean, but if you were to trade him, what exactly are you going to be able to replace him with? What's really out there right now that you say you're going to get fair value for Russell Wilson? But on the business end, I can see why not. I mean, he's been in the league about 9 years, played for Seattle all 9. I mean, he's taken a lot of hits, He's 32. If Matthew Stafford at 33 can go for 2 1s and a third, Russell at least got to go for two 1s in a second. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I mean, Russell Wilson is more than adequate than Matthew Stafford. And if Matthew Stafford is getting that kind of compensation for him, why not? And not only that, they sent the 26-year-old former first overall player in Jared Goff in 2016. So Russell definitely got to be worth something like that. So let's take a look at the list. So he said Cowboys, Saints, Raiders, and Bears. I mean, Bears could definitely upgrade their quarterback position. Mr. Trubisky, Nick Foles, Russell Wilson. That's a no-brainer. All right. I would definitely, Chicago, get on the phone. Okay, Las Vegas Raiders. Let's see what you got. Derek Carr, Marcus Mariota, or Russell Wilson. I think that's a no-brainer too. Okay, so Raiders, you should be calling. Saints. Who knows what's up with Drew Brees? Took the $24 million pay cut to help the franchise out. If that's just a show of good faith, or is that him actually saying, hey, use the money to go, make the team better? Who knows? He, for somebody that was said to be, in the mix of retiring all year, hasn't said a damn word since his final game. That's kind of odd to me. But say he's done. He's finished. I mean, Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, Taysom Hill. Yeah, I'd still take Russell Wilson for sure. Okay, Cowboys. Dak Prescott, Russell Wilson. Both kind of similar in stature. Both are mobile. Both can make plays. I mean, if I'm Seattle, I mean, you can make points that Dak's a younger Russell. I don't know. It's not a bad move. Get Dak Prescott in return and get a couple of 1s and a 2. Why not Seattle? Like I said, me personally, I wouldn't do it. But looking at those 4 teams that's on Russell's list, and he has a no trade clause, you can arguably make a case on making those trades. At the end of the day, it's a business. Hey, you're not happy? You got a big cap hit? Why not? But if I was Seattle, I would send him to the Raiders, get Marcus Mariota, and take that ask him to restructure. He would be cheaper. I think he'd be the cheaper option at all those situations. And then go ahead and use Mariota as your bridge quarterback, get you to the next era of what you exactly are looking for at quarterback. Yeah, I would. If I was general manager for the Seahawks, I was just a quick little role play. Me personally, I wouldn't do it. You keep Russell happy. You keep Russell on your team. Russell is not normally the quarterback that you want to see on the opposite side of the sideline. But hey, it's been a weird, offseason hasn't really even started yet for the NFL. Starts March 17th. But man, the headlines have been off the chain. Deshaun Watson ain't happy. He don't give a damn about David Culley being hired or not. You got Russell Wilson unhappy. And then, then J.J. Watt gets released. And speaking of J.J. Watt, so he's just kind of weighing out his options, of course. But in the meantime, he actually might be getting something that I wouldn't even would even thought of. So, if y'all watch the Pat McAfee show,
if
take a listen to this.
Texted would answer my text message, it would make my job, our job, and the world's job a lot easier, wouldn't it? Simple question.
Oh, yeah.
Literally, right before we go on the air, I say, I'd like to talk about J.J. Watt right now, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
I'd like to be able to talk about the alleged $14 to $15 million offer that has already come in, because I would have never expected a release of information like that, because that's coming from JJ's people, right? So Diana Rossini, who's, by the way, right now, she has been crushing. Diana Rossini has absolutely been crushing right now. Thank you, Diana. Obviously, she said JJ Watt has received several offers from teams. Okay, so let's assume that's from JJ's people.
Wow.
The best offer he has received right now is between 15 to 16 million per year.
Wow.
Per sources. Okay. So 15 to 16 mil would put him, what, 10 you said overall in DNs?
It was like 7 or 8.
Yeah, top 10 in the whole thing. So J.J. Watt, by the way, still demanding a high cash amount. Now, if he didn't already just say yes to that, that means he is potentially still seeking his best option. Is he want to play somewhere on a cheaper salary so he could potentially be in a better position to win a ring? Is he going to go do that? Will he take a $15 to $16 million offer somewhere and say, hey, I could still probably make $45 to $50 million in my career here? Maybe I should think about another $50 million potentially. I mean, that is a tough balance, but I thought he got out of Houston to get to a place where he could win. Is the $15, $16 million coming from a team that could go on a run? I'd assume no. I might be wrong, but I'd assume it's not a team that's already put together and ready to go. Maybe it's a team that's building that has some space. Maybe it is Denver out with Vaughn, in with J.J. Watt or something like that. But if you're talking about, Bucks, if you're talking about Chiefs, if you're talking about him potentially going ring chasing to any other place, it seems, maybe the Steelers even, it seems like those teams will not. Buffalo, I don't think they'll be offering 15, 16. Maybe they will. I'm not 100% sure. But it just feels like that's an offer from a team that we are not considering. And is J.J. potentially considering that, realizing now that he potentially has another $50 million to be made in his career if he wanted to, after just getting cut from the Houston Texans? This is a wild time for JJ. And I asked, is any of this shit real? So I sent him a text. Simple. I don't need what? I just need a yes or a no. Is
Pat
this all
McAfee's
bullshit
kind of
or
funny
not?
on some low
He's
key
probably
shit.
working out if I had to guess right now.
Yeah.
Well, could it be a team too, like Miami or Seattle, who's kind of just
So, what y'all think about that, y'all? That crazy. Now look, 15 to 16 mil for JJ Watt, who's 31. 31 years old. I mean, when he was 27, he missed 13 games. When he was 28, he missed 11. When he was 30, he missed 8 games. So he did play all 16 games in 2018 in this past season. Played all 16. Man. So 2018 played all 16, like I said, had 16 sacks. That's still very productive. This past season played all 16, only had 5 sacks. Man. 15 to 16 is a lot of bread for a 31-year-old in the NFL. Unless you're playing quarterback. Because Phillip Rivers just got like 25 mil for that 1 year in Indianapolis. You know, Brady's getting 50 mil, 25 each year for those 2 years in Tampa. But that's the quarterback position. And don't get me wrong, not that. Of course, the defensive end position is very important. It's key. But for one that's aging and one that's had, you know, multiple games missed at least in the last 5 years, you know, it's not like your body just reverts itself the older you get. No, that's not how Father Time worked. But 15 to 16 mil is a lot. That's some bread to drop for JJ Watt at that age. So if JJ Watt says he wants to compete, get a ring. So if he's getting that kind of offer, 15 to 16 mil, the only teams I can see doing that, and if he's talking about he wants the ring, get the ring, is either Indianapolis, because they had the cap to do it, even after getting Carson Wentz. They still got the cap. They almost got like 70 mil to play with. See how much cap space Cleveland can create. They only got like 22 mil in cap room. Tampa Bay has about 21. There's no guarantee they're going to keep Shaquille Barrett back or get him back. You know, he's already stated he wants to get the bag. You know, I mean, you know, defending Super Bowl champions. So they're not too far off. The Chiefs, they're 23 mil over the cap. Rams about 27 over the cap. Steelers 31. And then Saints still almost 70 mil over the cap. Like, I don't know. To me, going by, if you want to win a championship, you want to get that. And if he's getting 15 to 16 mil offers, the only team I can see really doing that is the Colts. It wouldn't be far-fetched. The Colts played J.J. Watt his whole career twice a year. They ain't seen that man wreck, like literally wreck a game plan for the Colts just about every year, at least once that he was healthy and being productive. I wouldn't put it past them. I wouldn't put it past the Colts. Why not? You get DeForest Buckner some help. You know what I'm saying? You already make the trade for him and paid him, gave him the extension. Why not? It's actually not a bad move. You know what he's capable of. Yeah. I actually don't think that is too crazy to really think about possibly happening. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just still kind of in shock that at 31 he's, getting such a high. Of course, the demand was going to be high. I didn't know. I thought that J.J. Watt would have been at this age, maybe 8 to 10, maybe 11 per year. 11 stretching it. I would have said that would at least, 8 to 10 mil. Just because of what his name brings. He's he's in the community doing all the, philanthropy shit. And, he's going to ball out. But, jeez. Hey, get your bag. Get your bag. You're supposed to. As a player, you're supposed to go get your bag. So, but if that 15 and 16 mil is not coming from contenders, then what's the point of leaving Houston then? Well, what would be the purpose? You just gonna go back into another losing situation. But I mean, if that's what you want to paper chase, then by all means, hey, I don't never count nobody's pocket. You're supposed to go get your paper. But anyway, let's get on to some NBA. We had a couple of upsets today in the game of basketball. So we just gonna chop it up while we watch this highlight.
This is Morant. It is easier said than done in terms of keeping him in front of you. Brooks down the lane, giant strides to the rim and lays it in.
Brooks is weird. He's a funny looking dude. That boy hairline pinched back.
George splits a pair of defenders. Runs through them like they're a pair of saloon doors and lays it in.
Now we're the second.
Why niggas trying to bring the cornrows back?
40 and 60.
That's a charge.
8 days.
For Memphis, yeah, that is going to be tough. Yep. As John Morant taps it up.
I like John Morant.
Kenny Atkinson and that crew has done a marvelous job.
He's part of that next wave.
Regarded as one of the best in the league, and Marcus Morris cashes in on a three. Anywhere other than the right wing.
Marcus and Markeith.
He is shooting 68%
Eminem
from above the arc, but just 14 of 44
and one
from that right wing. A lot of spacing for the Clippers. Jackson tries to figure something out. Gets to the
Reggie Jackson?
out the Clippers, who lead now by 7. I haven't seen the official score yet. There's a floater, and it might have been. That falls anyway. It might have been goaltended as well by Ivica Zubac.
He understands if I play well, this guy's going to give me a chance. Meaning Ty Lue.
Speak of the devil, and he shall appear.
Oh, Reggie Jackson.
I love it when a plan comes together. Touch pass back to Clark late in the clock for Memphis. They play at a pace. They shoot most of their shots earlier in the shot clock as Clark knocks down the jumper to cut the lead down to 1. Jones. Nice pass to Tillman. Back to Jones, and he lays it in.
I feel like Memphis is missing something that helped them get over the hump.
It's to Clark. Oh, nice pass inside. Better defense from the Clippers. Jackson put into a straight jacket.
Oh, wow.
And back the other way comes Jones, and the floater is good. Dead ball turnover for the Clippers.
Nice behind the back.
Inside is Tillman, and he gets a little teardrop to fall. Back to Morant, watched by Terrence Mann. That'll be an interesting matchup. Terrence Mann has done a wonderful job offensively, but really out there for defensive purposes. And if you play to slow down, it is Morant. Mann had hit 4 of his last 5 from above the arc before that miss. This is Kyle Anderson leading the charge, sidestepping Lou Williams and firing over the top. Morris waits for the flyby. Once a whistle, good defense there by Allen, perhaps.
Get it. I saw that coming. That boy John Morant, boy.
3. Leonard. Punching it in with the right hand.
Cuts that Kawhi? Mr. Braids himself.
Leonard right there. Creates that space with Anderson, knocks him back.
Very multitasking effort. 8 points, 5 rebounds.
Wow.
Valanciunas slams it in. Grizzlies lead by 3. 24-second shot clock turned off. Morant goes to work. Oh, what a Euro step around him. A deliberate attack here for the Grizzlies. They're used to playing at a much higher pace. Tough shot.
Really, Brooks?
The lead down to 7. Memphis had led by 10. They are 12-7 on the year when leading by 10 or more. That he had been to start the year. He is still an invaluable piece out on the floor for Ty Lue. No lob inside to Clark.
Lob City.
78-65. His defense there by Ibaka. Two former teammates. Another missed
nice pass, Valanciunas.
For attention, we get backdoor, turning our heads from the corners, from the top, down the middle. It's not a sign of a good defensive team.
Shot by
Who that?
Allen.
Grayson Allen. Oh, I can't stand them Duke motherfuckers, boy.
Clark blocked from behind by Batum. Corner 3 for Kawhi. Book it. He's only played 13 games the last couple of years. Clark on the drive against Senior. Up top to Jones for 3. And he knocks it down. Clippers will have the ball to start the 4th. Winslow invited baseline. Puts up a contested jumper and knocks it in.
A lot of grabbing and holding and trying to fight over the top of the stage taking place.
Jones, the floater, is good. 91-79. He's have missed 3 free throws here in this 4th quarter. 2 minutes off the clock. Spoon fed up and Ivica Zubac.
Yeah, better get out of the way before you get nuts in your face.
The big man roll to the basket, and nobody near Zoo as he finishes with 2.
Lakers had him on their roster too.
Kind of pace, speed, not the aggressiveness you needed, and now I see a little more energy coming out of some.
Nice
and
dish.
see the gap has closed. They get much better than that. It was 6-foot fadeaway in the lane.
Clippers are very good on possessions when they touch the paint.
That Aaron Brooks with the pull-up again?
Lue throws it away. Anderson
give it
to Winslow, who makes the grab and then the slam.
Gave up on protecting the basket, but ran to where he thought the ball.
No, their defense is smothering right now.
Power play for the Grizzlies.
Brooks again. Bye. Wow.
A 3. Something first noticed by Mr. Mike Fratello. 3 goes.
And 1.
Count it. 109-89. 4 for 24. This is his 3rd game this year. He's 4 of 8. Kennard a corner 3. It's good. And it's a good sight to see Luke Kennard coming up firing. Helping defense from man. Morant left alone.
Really?
3 ahead of the shot clock. It is good.
You just left John Morant wide open?
Their win tonight will put them back at the 500 mark. Inside to Bain, and he lays it in. Grizzlies have been better than that. They're shooting only 40% from the field here tonight. Bain, the floater. It's good. But they needed to correct. To a man, all the players said it was very beneficial, and the score would indicate there.
Wow.
Buzzer sounds your final score. 122-94.
Wow. So I'm actually kind of impressed with Memphis on that one. So, you know, with the win, they go to 14-14. With the Clippers loss, they go to 23-11. But I mean, if Memphis can play like this, they could make some noise. I mean, you know what they didn't really show in the stats. You know, Tyus Jones off the bench gives 20 points. 3 assists. He went 9 of 11 in shooting, 2 for 3 behind the arc. And that's in 15 minutes. Matter of fact, you know, they actually had some good bench scoring. Yo. If they could do that. But I mean, that goes to show you that, you know, you kind of have to be on your A game for, you know, especially in the Western Conference. You know, Memphis is right now, they're 9th ranked. They just beat the 2nd ranked team in the West. You know, I'm not saying that Lakers is everything, but to me, that shows that there's no day off in the West. You know what I'm saying? You can't just mail it in and think you're just gonna skate out with a dub. You know, it ain't going down like that. You know, and I think there's a huge difference between the West and the East. It's normally always been like that with LeBron on the East, but you know, now LeBron's in the West, and the West is still just as great. I mean, so man, I like John Morant. I like him. He's part of that. He's part of that next wave of like really super athletic, go dumb young athletes in the NBA. There's him, Zion. You go with Trey Young. I like De'Aaron Fox. I put De'Aaron Fox in there. Even though he's a rook, bruh, I'm a believer in LaMelo Ball. Just man, what he's doing is just crazy. If the Hornets could build a team around him, like I'm talking about from big to power forward, like get all positions, like get that man the best help he can. That's the future right there for the Hornets, no doubt. So that was one big upset. So again, the final score on that was 122-94. Memphis Grizzlies pulling the upset over the Clippers. All right. Other upset that we had today in the NBA world. The Washington Wizards lately been kind of doing all right. You know, they in the East. I don't think they still gonna do anything. I still think they trash overall, but you know, hey, every squirrel gets a nut sometimes. So let's take a quick peek at this highlight. Denver Nuggets and Washington Wizards starting lineups.
Now Porter pitches it out.
Brick. Will the thrill Barton. I like Jokic, man.
Time these two teams played just 8 days ago, he got about 3 minutes. That was his chance at him, and it wasn't good enough for the Wizards.
Yeah, Scotty Brooks saying that all three centers, Jokic looking for a cutter, had Morris for a moment. Now Murray turns the corner. Back to Jokic. Come in deep, put it up and in. Basket counts foul.
Aggressive one-on-one.
Jokic in the lane, and I'm not sure if they'll call neither team shooting great. With the Nuggets putting it together. Now the dribble drive, Beal, and Beal knocks it in.
It's a great pass from Jamal Murray, too, getting Morris open.
Clippers.
Still don't understand why Bradley Beal want to stay in Washington.
We can tell you that Jokic now the 7th Nugget to get 4,000 career rebounds as the maybe a little too much English on that one. Here comes Russell Westbrook, the 2017 MVP. Now the Nuggets with a 2-point lead. Beal working his way inside, and he's got another one. No, Brett. Robin Lopez is
the mid-range game dead, y'all.
Hachimura.
I like it a little mid-range.
And Hachimura lays it in.
And Chanchar is in early minutes for him with the Nuggets right now. He was the one who was guarding Hachimura there.
Now, Murray, 15-footer, that's good. Nuggets got to score.
So the Nuggets can get whatever they want. They just can't settle. They have to be the aggressors here.
And inside, it's not. And Murray misses. Got it back. Behind the back to Jokic, who puts it up and in.
Live for Denver.
Tied up at 19. Wide open look for Russell Westbrook.
Wow. Westbrook actually made his threes.
5-point lead. Porter for 3. High arch, yes.
Michael Porter Jr. win the Mizzou.
And a sloppy pass there.
Oh, wow. Nice save.
Again. That's legal. And the lay-in, shoot better. They only shot 8 for 24. Murray. And a good tip in right.
On offense, and what he's doing.
Two-time Olympian for Argentina. Behind the back. Chanchar down the middle to Hartenstein. Yes! And 189 of them. So the Nuggets close to within 3. And the jumper is good by... Well, the Nuggets missing some easy shots as Neto is in the lane. Got a 3 on the way. That's good. Hachimura. Wizards started 3-12 since they are 8-6, and Beal hits. Hachimura lost it, and it's going to be a 24. Well, it would have been a 24-second violation. Nuggets need a hoop. Murray for three. Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Around the NBA. Jokic has only taken one field goal attempt as Porter works his way in. Murray, Morris,
Michael Porter got to
Wagner
stay healthy,
combined
though.
2 of 17 from the field.
Jokic.
As Jokic rattles one home. And the Nuggets, once again, back by 5. Jokic, a little hook shot.
Can't do nothing with that.
4%. There's the
Wagner can't do nothing with Jokic.
Now Jamal Murray.
Oh.
And got it. If they
go off of him.
14-4 run. Jokic sets up Facu for 3.
Bah.
Got it. Jokic another rebound. He's got 8 of those to go with 13 points. Dribble drive all the way in the Wizards defense.
Jokic finds Monte Morris, who gets the finish. Little role reversal there.
Now a wide open 3 is coming up. It was Garrison Matthews, a very good 3-point shooter. Now Murray answers back. Yes. Gets ahead of the game clock.
Jamal Murray got a dog in him.
Pop it out. A wide open look from Matthews, who knocks it in. Surge with a Russell Westbrook jump shot, and the ball is batted out, and Westbrook lays it in.
Wow.
Reception by Monte Morris on the weak side. Morris pass it out. Murray steps to the side for 3. Yes. 16 minutes now, 1 of 6 shooting. Hasn't made a 3 yet. And Beal in the lane. Good pass.
Okay.
Giving them tough shots. Finish your possession with a board.
Westbrook misses the layup. Now Porter's got to pull the trigger. You betcha, straight away. Got it.
Wow.
So they play up to the level.
Michael Porter could have stayed healthy at Missouri. He would have done it a lot for the Tigers.
Hachimura late challenge, and he knocks it in.
Great extra effort, though, from Jamal Murray, flying across the court to at least try and get a contest on that shot.
Biggest lead for the Wizards was 12 at one point. Nuggets 3s.
Since when you see a 7-footer just pull up?
Okay. And Murray lost.
Okay, besides KD.
And it's going to be a run out for Hachimura.
What a heads-up defensive play.
65.
Wow.
The Nuggets hanging around. Jokic shoots a 15-footer, short, and the tip-in is good by Porter. Nuggets trailing by 1 here. Westbrook, great pass underneath. Barton shoots, misses. Nuggets back by 5.
Slow down just a little bit and work that offense.
That's going to be a timeout. Yeah, good for him.
Yeah, Dave.
Complained a lot about it, but
that was the obvious choice.
Nikola Jokic.
I love
He
it.
had more than 3 assists, I think. Nuggets scrambling a little now, and the lay-in is good. Raul Neto.
How these dudes just be getting open drives? Like,
mistake there, getting back to his guy.
I know these dudes don't want to play defense in the NBA, but damn,
know for sure that it is covered.
Jokic again.
this shit look like pickup basketball game, man.
And another lay-in is good. Boy, wow. Oof.
Ain't nobody putting a body on nobody.
And Beal.
Like, look at that.
So, get the lead here, and Morris has it batted away from behind. And another.
Ain't nobody gonna put a body on nobody.
At which the Wizards play at, they want you to be in a hurry, and the Nuggets have rushed too much tonight.
Murray, a sidestep, and
sees the ball handler is dribbling and looking the opposite direction.
10 on the shot clock. Hachimura knocks it in. Murray breaks 3, free. He's got a long 3, and he nails it again. So Jamal Murray is trying to win a third quarter here tonight. They got a chance inside. Najee lays it in on the 92-90 Denver. Murray, try it again.
Look at that screen. Oh!
Michael Porter.
Jay right there.
Oh!
94-90. Can the Nuggets pull away?
Okay, Michael
Have
Porter.
some stops. Neto from the corner. And Campazzo stole the ball. Facu's got it. Give it to Murray. Murray pulls the trigger. Bang!
Wow.
Move the basketball a little bit more.
Into the lane over Najee. Now Bradley Beal. Facu got his hand on it, but Beal gets it back.
Too strong, Bradley Beal.
Should be able to go by. Len does. Quick shoots it. Yes! And a
Wow.
foul. Now Bradley Beal reverses on Facu and scores it.
It's a great move. Falco just needed to take a little extra second to get shot.
Westbrook in the lane. Got it.
Shoot, because he's going to hit you. He's going to find you.
And maybe Nikola could power
Ooh.
up Murray. And he gets two back.
Well, that step back filthy,
For the
Jamal.
Wizards. Westbrook, tough shot. Got it off the glass. 155th triple-double of his career. Down the middle to Porter.
Get it. Oh.
Westbrook has it knocked away into Lopez, stripped off his leg. 10 on the shot clock. Got to have a stop here. Westbrook lost the ball. It flies to Neto, dribbling in. Missed it. Ball batted out. Murray's got it. 5 seconds.
5
Murray.
seconds. Yo, you got cats wide open.
Falco for the win. No.
Wow.
And the Wizards hang on.
Wow.
112-110.
What a bad way to lose that game, Denver Nuggets. So again, the final of that score, Washington Wizards get the upset win, 112-110 over the Denver Nuggets. Wow, what a bad way to lose. On the fast break, you had two guys wide open, and then by the time he gets a shot, he just couldn't drain it. Man. Surprisingly, I don't think too much of the Washington Wizards. First of all, to me, Russell Westbrook is selfish as shit. I just don't think he plays championship winning basketball. Bradley Beal wants to stay. I don't get why he don't want to get out of there. Other than that, ain't too much left to really even talk about in Washington. But they won 6 of their last 7. Notable win tonight over Denver Nuggets. And that's their second win over the Denver Nuggets in these last 7 games. Got a win over the Lakers, win over Portland Trailblazers, and a win over Boston Celtics. That's not a bad little resume for the Washington Wizards. Man, geez. Crazy night in the NBA. 2 upsets. I'm pretty sure, with the NBA, when you got 72 games, you're going to see upsets about every week. But, other than that, NBA's gearing up for the All-Star game. So, let's ain't no wrong with watching some highlights and, talk my shit while we watch it. But, we coming up on a whole hour, y'all. Man, again, thank you all for joining me. I hope you guys have a wonderful Friday. It's freaky Friday. Hey, I will see y'all same time tomorrow. I'm gonna take y'all out on some Silent Hill pick and roll. Y'all have a wonderful Friday again. I will see y'all tomorrow.
Pick and roll with the bowl, watch the smoke low. Let my soul sink into the flow. Feel the flames below, ready to go. Light another pack, watch the blunt roll. Let it go, release to the beast. About to take control, overload. Burn another shrub to keep my mind sedated. Elevated, felt elated from withdrawal but never faded. Alcohol pumping out my system in need of patience. Point blatant, do it in reverse until the points taken. Put it in work to muscle jerk and my joints aching. Numbers don't lie, but I think these niggas point shaving. I am on another high. You can only taste the fragrance floating on the stroke. Bodies below twisted, agitated. Hear me another grin. Watch me break down and light this bitch. Explosive tendencies. Watch me spark and ignite the shit. Put the game in the chokehold with a tight grip. Niggas inciting shit. Most people they bite their lips. Cold-hearted bastard, give a hot bitch an icy kiss. Take a buzz to another level. and heighten it. My karma is Dalai Lama, the smoke for enlightenment. Nigga drag me to hell with all the hounds and Leviathan things. Reach for a pack of guards, cause I'm about to smoke a quick. Pussy popping and percolate, I just want the smoke circulate. Losers will spectate and the haters will speculate. But I'm too busy taking all this paper straight to the face. Damn. Shit. Man, shit pretty good. Hey, man, you got a light? Fuck that, I'm just going Check. Pick and roll with the bowl, whoa, watch the smoking low. Let my soul sink into the flow. Feel the flames below, ready to go. Light another pack, watch the blood corrode. Let it go, read this to the beat, about to take control. Pick and roll with the bowl, whoa, watch the smoking low. Let my soul sink into the flow. Feel the flames below, ready to go. Light another pack, watch the blood corrode. Let it go, read this to the beat, about to take control.